Yeah, good evening, Jim. Now let me tell you, we are at this site in Fort Pierce. This is normally where manatees migrate when those temperatures drop. They're looking for warmer weather. But this weekend, with that forecast looming, a lot of researchers are closely watching. Authorities say it all happened here. It went down in this driveway when the suspect exited his garage and started opening fire. Thomas is not looking too good. Now you can see just how high the flood water is in the area where I'm standing, but in other areas it's much deeper. Now, to show you what I'm talking about, take a look at that swimming pool in the front yard of that home. It used to sit on dry ground. Now it's swimming in storm water. As this school district continues to navigate this pandemic, and it has not been easy. So that's why you see this drainage system here. Even with the most aggressive measures in place, some local agencies are rolling out specialty units to go up against the coronavirus. Coast Guard members are looking for those missing people. They say that 40 people were crammed into a smuggling boat when they were trekking across the Atlantic Ocean. And that's when that trip ended in dangerous, choppy water. And they do tell me that they are now safe. In fact, they say they went the opposite direction when violence broke out. Now, I want to go ahead and show you cell phone video that they shared with CBS 12 News. Now, you can see just how the march looks from a street view. Many were seen chanting and cheering in opposition of President-elect Joe Biden, who was set to be officially certified as the winner of the Electoral College in that hotly contested 2020 presidential race. Now, folks from the Treasure Coast tell CBS 12 News 5 buses with hundreds of local Trump supporters participated in today's march because they believe our democracy is in jeopardy.
We want them to hear us, that we will not allow fraud to stand. This is America. We are a free country, and we will no longer be free if we allow.
Now, election officials in both parties and states across the country, as well as federal officials, say there is no evidence of widespread fraud. Live in Stewart, I'm Denise Sawyer for CBS 12 News.
Welcome back, everyone. A Port St. Lucie dog takes the family car for a spin, kind of, giving neighbors and folks across the country something to talk about.
Yeah, only on CBS 12 News, Treasure Coast reporter Denise Sawyer caught up with the driver and his owner in tonight's Talker.
That dog caught on camera behind the wheel of a car in this neighborhood. Now, if you take a look high above with our drone video, you'll see the tire marks left behind.
The dog put the car on reverse.
His name is Max. He's the dog inside this silver sedan in this video.
Okay, let's go. Vámonos.
Today, he's back on the road, but in the passenger's seat, where he belongs. Max and his owner, Angel, love taking joy rides. But Max has never taken the wheel until now.
I don't panic. The only way I panic is something going to happen to my dog.
Angel tells me he and Max were riding around the neighborhood, as they do on most days, when he got out intending to take Max for a walk, when somehow the door closed and locked, and Max stepped into the driver's seat.
Hit the gear. And my car started moving like around.
With the car in reverse and the 5-year-old chocolate lab in the driver's seat, the car went in slow backward circles.
I tried to save him. If something gonna happen, I break the windshield and he get out.
After about an hour, the joyride finally ended. The only casualty, a mailbox.
Go jump on me, kiss me. Oh, I'm very happy. Sure, I'm very happy. This is my baby. I love my dog exactly like I love my life.
After seeing this video, Angel says all he can do is laugh.
Everybody laughing.
We all are laughing. Now, the guy who lost his mailbox tells us that he moved in 3 weeks ago. He says Max gave him an unforgettable welcome. Live in Port St. Lucie, Denise Sawyer, CBS 12 News.
36 years ago, I started at Parker.
Walk the halls with Susan Torres and you will quickly see just how popular she is.
And the kids love working with her.
Torres was a 5th grade teacher at J.D. Parker Elementary School for more than 20 years. And now she's retired. Well, sort of.
Well, yes, I retired 11 years ago. I knew when I retired that I could not be at home 5 days a week.
So she's back at it, teaching fifth graders math, science, and reading. And get this, she's doing it for free. No salary, no paycheck, just helping out as a volunteer teacher's aide. Tuesday through Friday, 3.5 hours a day.
Not Mondays. I said when I retired I would not work on a Monday at all.
Torres is making sure other educators like Dorothy Castillo make it through this tough year of teaching in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic.
She's made my job so much easier this year because I've got kids who need the help. I can't do it all. I can't.
We worked it out so that I could come and volunteer in her room, kind of pay her back for what she had done for me 30 years ago.
These two have history. 30 years ago, Castillo was Torres' assistant, and now with the help of Zoom and virtual classes, Torres is hers.
She is part of J.D. Parker. She is part of my family also. You know, we all love her. I'd be lost without her. I really would.
Just thinking about all the years, this is where I'm comfortable. This is what I enjoy doing. It's just a good feeling. I've accomplished something that day.
All right, I'm going.
Okay.
We're still learning a lot.
Off the coast of Florida,
We have so many questions left to answer.
in the shallow coastal waters, are mysterious giant creatures that can get as wide as 29 feet and as heavy as 5,000 pounds. And with the boat in the water, we head out off the coast of West Palm Beach,
Go north, just kind of like right along here.
looking for giant manta rays with project manager and researcher Jessica Pate.
I had to come up with some different techniques. We're using the drone to help us find manta rays because it's a lot easier to see them when you're high up in the sky.
After years of underwater research,
Oh, nope, it turned.
tracking,
It's heading south now.
and monitoring these threatened species, Pate has made a major marine science discovery.
Oh, there.
She's now found a breeding ground for giant manta rays right here in South Florida. There were only 2 identified manta ray nurseries in the world until now.
And they're sitting here in our backyard and no one knows anything about them. It took a couple years to figure out that this might be a nursery habitat. It was an unexpected finding. As I collected more data, we realized that all of the mantas that we were seeing were juveniles. We get manta sightings from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Melbourne.
If you look very closely, you can see it.
Can you guys keep eyes on that?
A giant baby manta ray feeding just a few miles off the coast. CBS 12 News dives in. We get close enough to capture the extremely rare sight, but keep our distance to keep the manta ray safe.
Most places where you see manta rays, it's mostly adults. It's very rare to see exclusively juveniles. And a lot of people are surprised to learn this because the juveniles are so big. At birth, manta rays are about 6 feet.
Jessica Pate is hoping her research would designate this newly found nursery as a critical habitat to provide protection for these threatened species.
We just don't have enough information, which is important that we continue this study.